All right. How y'all doing? Hilara. Hi.
Hello.
We're here.
We're in the stars. I like it. We're in the.
I had another one, but it was very low res, so I had to find a different.
I like it.
I got my universe.
Oh, let me see that one. I haven't seen that one. Did you just get that today?
I did. No, not today. It was recently though.
I like your lighted map.
Yes, we saw that yesterday in the after show after we got done with Jenny, and Johnny has a reading mat that matches the lights that he's got up there. You have to show them, Johnny. It is fabulous.
It is awesome.
I was like, all you need now is a disco ball. You got the lava lamp.
Pea green with envy.
Look at that, you guys. Isn't that the coolest thing ever?
It goes with my mouse too. The mouse changes colors too. I like shiny things. The problem is it's not big enough for a whole spread unless I do it this way. But oh well, I'm gonna use it anyway.
I love that. It's awesome.
Okay. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers in the chat and out there in the world, or people that you just may know who may have children and baby children.
And happy Father's Day to the pet fathers.
Yes. And happy birthday to Giblets. If you do not know who that is, shame on you.
Give Meister.
He's the cutest.
And at the end, we will be doing a giveaway of the Radiant Rider Weight. There is a book. Oh, wrong side. There is a book in here, so you can learn the right way. And there's the deck there, and then this is just rubbish over here. So we'll be doing that at the end. So y'all come on in. Y'all get comfortable. We got quite a few questions. Thanks to everyone who left questions on the community tabs. Thank you very much.
I saw Miss Ona in there. Hi, Ona. Happy birthday.
Terry is telling Becca that Netflix has more shows of The Gift.
Ooh! Because I binge watched that whole thing, and then of course it ended on a cliffhanger, and I'm like, when's it gonna come?
So thank you, Terry. She needed that update.
I was binging it's called, never mind, because I forgot. It's called Penny Dreadful is what it's called.
Oh yeah.
I've been watching the heck out of that this morning.
I've seen parts of, I see PS and Huff in here. I haven't seen her in a while. Hi, PS. Hope you're doing well.
So let's do that painting reading first.
Well, wait. Urban League, the national.
Oh yes, I said I was going to start with that, and I didn't. So thanks to everyone who came out and joined us for the charity stream yesterday for the United Urban League. And also special thank you to everyone who donated, and you can still go and donate. The button is still there. We are up to $1,900 whole dollars. Thank you very much.
And all that goes straight to them. Like there's no commission on anybody that gets anything. It goes straight to the organization. So we're not making any money off of that at all.
And YouTube isn't making anything off it. It's 100% straight to them. And thank you to the moderators. We had a lot of trolls last night, and y'all were awesome troll slayers. Thank you to all the moderators for helping us out and posting the website and everything.
Well, where's she at? I see you say hi, but I don't see her in here. Oh, hi, Jody. We're going to do a reading next. I don't know if it's next. No, it's not next Saturday. July the 3rd with Jody Roberts down there. Let me do this. Bow. Jody Roberts right there. We're going to do a reading. Healing for the healers and the psychics and the mediums and all that good stuff. So we're going to do a live stream over here, and I will of course give you some updates once we get closer to the time.
Yeah. And Adrian from Red Lentil will be with us next Sunday on Becca's channel.
Yes,
I see her in the chat. Hi, Adrian.
We had so much fun with you last night, girl.
It was fun.
I'm ready to run naked down in Washington with her with the hat on. She's going to give me a great chapeau to run naked in. If DeSantis gets charged and he gets caught up in the Matt Gaetz scandal. Go watch the video if you didn't watch it. I just want to say thank you to those who joined us who were unable to give. Because I saw some comments. I went back and watched a little of it today, and I saw some comments of people that were unable to give. We just thank you for joining us when we do those live streams. So, and
when we do any live stream, you don't have to donate. It is actually a big deal just for you to be here, and commenting and liking does actually, thank you, Adrian, does actually help, because the more activity that's in your chat, the more positive activity that's in your chat, the greater your what do you call it, algorithm is for YouTube, and then they'll push your channel up. So,
there was actually somebody who commented, the only thing I'm able to give tonight's a thumbs up, and we appreciate that.
That works. That still works. So you don't have to give anything. We appreciate that you do. But you don't have to. Just come in and chill. It's not a big thing. So it's okay.
So 17th century paintings.
Go for it.
I thought this was interesting. So in Bavaria, Germany, they found 2 17th century paintings in a dumpster on the side of the road, and they're investigating. They're trying to see if anybody has any security camera to show who was putting it in there. They're trying to figure out how it got there. And, they're worth, millions. They're 17th century paintings from artists who are on display in museums. And I'm sorry to say, I don't remember the artists' names. But anyway, I'm curious, were they ditched because this was artwork that the Nazis had confiscated, stolen artwork? Were these stolen pieces of art, and that's why they were ditched in a dumpster? Or did someone just think they were worthless crap?
Thank you, Kate. You don't have to, Misty. It is nice that you're just here.
Ooh, cards are flying out.
Hi, Allie P.
Hi, Allie.
Miss Allie.
And I see Miss Peggy Green. Hi, Peggy.
Green, Beth Cat, Connie Brown. Our fundraiser last night, by the way, was in honor of Juneteenth.
Yes.
The video's over on my channel for anybody that hasn't seen it yet. Ooh, I got the devil on the bottom.
Thank you, Jody. Thank you, Jace. What'd you get, Becca?
I asked, was the artwork that was found in Germany stolen by the Nazis? I get the sun. That's a big old yes. So then I was like, well, let me pull some more cards. And I get Tower. That's the government. And then I get the star. Something vast that was expanding, very expansive. And that's what the Nazis did. They were trying to world domination. So I would say there's a strong possibility, yes.
I get the same thing. I get somebody regretted having it and didn't want it. Someone who's rejecting the Nazis or something, is what I'm getting. So like a descendant, like it was passed down in the family, because I have a family card coming up. This painting traveled around. I think it came from afar, from outside of Germany. So we know, they confiscated art in Paris and Austria and all over the place, and people's homes and stuff. And they knew it was worth something. They did know, but they did not, they knew that it might return to reflect on them. So they moved it. They talked to somebody about it, like they knew it was worth something. The moneyed news came out at what they estimated it to be at, but they abandoned it. It was something that had been passed down in the family. And I get there might be some legal stuff over it, like to identify who it was stolen from, so that they can give it back. And who the thief was, like if the thief's still alive, might be put in defense mode.
Ooh.
So I think there's going to possibly be a court case out of this.
Oh, I got Tower 2, and that's the courts, the institutions. So
yeah, I got the devil on the bottom. There is corruption involved in this.
I get that there was a perspective change after it was stolen, and they didn't want to deal with it, 4 cups, but they couldn't necessarily give it back because, this was a very foolish thing to do. And so it was ditched. Sort of like, okay, now my problems are gone, my problems are over. I think, however, this will be traceable. There's something here that it will go back to whoever was involved.
Like somebody will recognize the pieces as, oh, that was hanging in my friend's house. That kind of thing.
That ain't over. So I'm gonna go down the list, and so we may be all over the place with the topic part here. So I will start with Manchin. Is he going to pivot to the Dems since he is getting crap back in his home state about his voting record? Is he going to pivot back to the Dems?
Will he cave? Will he cave?
Thank you, Lisa, for that.
It's his own states for, the voting rights bill, and 79% and 73% want the infrastructure bill.
People were marching all over his home state in West Virginia, telling him to get on board with the voting rights bill.
What you get back?
He's just working for his donors, man. The fish, the clover, and then the cross. The question that I asked was, will he vote with the Dems? It's going to be very difficult for him because there's this involved. Business opportunities, funding opportunities, money opportunities, and that's what makes it difficult. So it's the donors. So
yeah, he's just being very immature. It's all about the donors. That's his challenge there. They're strong and content with what he's doing, staying out of the fray, so to speak. But there's big cover up on big money behind him. I get there's going to be a shift in votes against him because everybody's talking about him and what a loser he is, and they're dissatisfied with him. So they're going to burden him at the ballots. But I see he keeps offering up revisions, just bullshit stalling time. He keeps offering up revisions to the laws, and then they move on, so I don't see him ever getting on board.
So it was so interesting. I pulled this for Bard a long time ago, and this always stands out. So this is the death card, but someone loses their identity, like they're two-faced, basically. They're with the mask on the crown. And that's your transformation. Now, will he vote with them? Yes. However, that is not his, that's part of his plan to say, hey, I really am a Democrat. I'm on board. The stronger I'm reading the thing. As the closer he gets to election time, he can do what he needs to do for his donors while y'all ain't looking, even though they are paying attention. But the closer he gets to election time, the more he faces the Five of Pentacles. To where now, okay, now we're going to push you out because people have memories, sir. So, no, he's doing it right now, but he will move on to go back to where he was. Because that's who he is.
Okay, commercial break. It's Carmelo time. I need some candy.
And I'm over here bagging my little bag of peanut M&Ms. I'm like,
It's sitting here staring me in the face, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to be choking on caramel here.
I love a caramello.
What's your favorite candy bar, Johnny?
Candy bars.
Like all candy bars. There's not one. Kit Kat. And you tell me?
Anything with caramel.
Anything with
It doesn't
caramel?
even have to be a candy bar. It has to be soft caramel, though. I can't do hard caramel because of my crowns.
Your teeth. You guys are gonna think I'm weird and gross, but those old candy bars, they were like a square, and it had all the stuff inside of it, like it had raisins and peanuts and all that
It's
stuff.
on down the street. I've seen you some.
And it comes in a silver. What is it called, Johnny? Because I can't find them anywhere out here.
Is it not chunky? It's in a white thing now. Now it's in a white.
It's in a white thing. Back when I used to get it, it was silver, and it was just a little square, and it had all the raisins and peanuts and.
That was the mistake. I now have caramel in my hands. I can't shuffle my cards.
Please hold.
Yeah, there you go. They're saying it in the chat room, chunky. I don't know why.
Butterfinger.
And I know you hate stuff in your candy bars, but chunky for me was like
we're gonna use this for the first time ever. Wait a minute.
What?
You like
What?
Boom. For the first time ever, there's a poll I think should be popping up in the chat. There it is. Do you like junky candy bars? This is candy bars. I don't know why I did it. Good old Mercury retrograde, I guess. Twice. Mars bars is good too.
And almond, the almond joys too, because it's got the coconut with the peanuts.
Terry, I have some peanut M&Ms sitting over here too. They had some candy on sale at Walgreens today. And I happened to walk in there after doing some personal readings, which I don't usually do on Sunday. And I was like energy drained. I hadn't even had lunch yet or anything. And I go running over to the candy aisle and just like grabbing everything inside.
Thank you, Alexis. Thank you very much.
Oh, here's another dumb question. I'm sorry to interrupt. Brownies. Do you guys like your brownies with the walnuts or without the walnuts?
I like anything in a brownie, though. I don't know why I do chocolate chips, walnuts, pecans, sinks, tires. I like everything. Whatever you want to put in there, put it in there.
The only time I like walnuts is in a salad. I don't know why. I don't like them in brownies or candy, but I love pecans. I love all other nuts, but they're a little strong to me. And brownies, and my brownies, they've got to be chewy. I don't like those cake thick brownies.
I like my brownies. I like them. I always like the ones on the corners, so that way it's got the crunchy on the outside of the middle, and then it's got walnuts in the inside. Yep.
Okay, food talk on Sunday night.
Thank you, Mara. So the yes has won, and they like junky candy bars. So.
It's like a chunky. They like junky.
Well, speaking of junky, Alex Jones He said that he donated $500,000.
What? Where'd he get it from?
That was my first question, actually. I'm like, it is a lot of money in propaganda. Like, but he said he donated $500,000 towards the insurrection.
Maybe Rush Limbaugh left it to him in his will.
So I want to know, first, is that true? And second, will there be any fallout? Where did he get $500,000 from?
Are we starting with where did he get it from?
No, is it true that he donated it?
Okay.
So did Alex Jones donate $500,000 to the insurrection? Okay, that's my first card. I'm going to take that as a yes.
Mm-hmm. Lover's page of swords, 6 of wands. I got a yes too. Fallout.
Ooh.
Yep. Steady money for the insurrection in America. Crowning the reading, they're going to return to this. So, yeah, let's ask that second question.
What was the second question, if I may?
Will there be any fallout from that? Like, will he get in trouble at all?
Artie, what you sneaking over here for?
Oh, me too, Linda. You get a 0 bar and you stick it in the freezer. Jesus. I made you buy M&Ms. Okay. I ain't got my fucking M&Ms, but okay.
I like Snickers too.
Okay.
I love English toffee, but it doesn't love my crowns. I've actually pulled a crown off on a Heath bar one time. And anything with, I love hard English toffee. Now I only do the soft toffee. Fallout. Alex Jones. Yeah, when is he going to learn to shut his mouth? Because he got in trouble over the Sandy Hook thing. It's like, dude, this isn't working for you.
I made you buy Skittles, Lucky. I got a whole bunch of them sitting over there. Thank you, Sylvia.
I like Skittles too.
Oh,
Yeah, Devil's got a hold of his mouth is what I'm getting. Thank you, Lynn. Lynn Tarot Readings.
Hi, Lynn. Lynn is having, well, I don't know if I want to tell all your business, but she's having a surgery of some sort. So y'all make sure you send her good energy.
We'll put her in the healing circle.
Oh, Jeanette, we're not doing personal readings. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Somebody's going to be in court. Again, he's holding it very close to his chest. The challenge is Trump, because Trump's got a big mouth too. So somebody's already looking into this and the connection to the White House. And like I said, the devil's got a hold of his mouth. He just can't shut up. He's going to keep talking about trying to steal the election, basically. There's others in the network also. And they're going to be returning to this. He's going to be put in defense mode. He'll try to walk it back, but the money is there. The court is there. The indictment is there. Defense mode is there, and see in court.
In the words of the wise Johnny, what a maroon. I get yes, because of his links to the finances. There's the attack and the assault with the whip, and he's linked to the finances. He's going to get in trouble with authorities. How much?
Again. Again.
I get that there is some sort of paper with the page of Pentacles and the page.
Oh, Johnny, those are pretty.
These are the new Ciro Marchetti ones that I ordered. I forget what they're called.
Beautiful.
Wait a minute. It's the Marchetti Tarot, I guess is all they're called. I wish everything he sold wasn't $55, but it's better if you buy it from him because then they cheapen the quality if you get it from Amazon. But there is some sort of surprise paper. I'm gonna not assume, but it could be like indictments, not indictments, but summons, or so you need to come for this deposition. We need to question you, or whatever the case may be. But there's some sort of paper that he is not expecting. There, however, also is a lot of money, and maybe we do need to see where his money comes from. Mm-hmm. Line of cups, there's like overindulgence, and then here's your fortune and fate. So there's a lot of money coming into this man, and I do not know why and where. Can I show the box again?
He does the nicest boxes. They're magnetic.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
The little flap. I love his boxes.
My only complaint is this is on the wrong side.
Yeah, it could be on the other side.
Over here, but I'll live. But there is something that he is going to be increasingly worried about. Now, mind you, he's paranoid anyway because he's doing bad things. And he actually knows it because he's like that Ann Coulter person. They sell propaganda. They sell fear. So they do this on purpose. And so this is what causes them to always look over their shoulder. And he is going to be doing that for a very, 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 very long time. So I want to see where his money comes from.
Okay.
And I know he's on a psychotic of some sort. He's got some subscriptions.
If he doesn't, he needs them, as Becca puts it.
That boy needs a referral because there's something wrong up there. So where does he get his money from?
Yes. Is it just his? I mean, because people go into buying into this stuff. That's why Fox News is still the number one, because people buy into that. They spend a lot of money on that.
Artie is feeling better.
You've got people that are foreign. It comes from afar, and they're secret. But there's a ship that comes from far, far away.
Artie's got some subscriptions too. They're helping his nose. Yep. World things. He's got a whole network around.
Oh, Jenny, you froze. Jenny, what did you say you froze?
Oh, he's got a world network around him, but he's got an indictment below him because they're watching the money. So that looks like it may be coming in pretty quickly. Yeah, he's got Tower. I get Mother Russia, manipulated money, agreements. He's about to get burdened real quick with the justice. They're gonna try to get him to whistleblow. They're gonna try to like block his money and try to get him to whistleblow on other people that may be in the network. But it's from overseas. You're right.
I didn't know I had to end it. There it is. It kept flashing. I'm like, go away. So there is going to be a bit of an upset. They didn't answer me directly. They just telling me there's going to be a bit of an upset about his money and his reliable money. So some source here with the magician and the King of Pentacles. He's the magician, the ultimate liar for me. And then there's a financier here. And so there's going to be some sort of upset with that financier. And I think it's because he's starting to draw the wrong kind of attention. So this may be advertising money or something like that. Not necessarily one in particular person. It just could be advertising money. Because there's a judge here that's moving in. So he's got some sort of legal troubles that are coming. And that's not the thing that you want to get closer to when you're trying to advertise on somebody's show. Thank you, Catherine. Appreciate you.
Yes, Artie has sinusitis. It's the second time in a couple of months, so he's on antibiotics to get rid of it. He's 17, so he's an old dude.
Yeah, but he's still a love bug, though. Look at him.
Oh yeah, he's all in mommy mode since I got back from Sedona. Even though I'm giving him meds, he runs away for a minute when I give him the meds, and then he's right back like, pet me, love me. Yeah.
Will Texas grid ever be stronger than it is right now?
Will Texas what, Johnny?
The grid, their electrical grid. Will it ever be strengthened? Fixed?
We should also look at, will they ever switch it to the national grid? I get no, because you're building a wall now.
That's another thing.
I get no. There's a hidden agenda with it to keep it out of balance because they're making too much money off it. They're hanging on to the money. No. At least not under the current administration.
I get that there is someone that is trusted, that is a celebrity, that plays a very significant role.
It's not Matthew McConaughey, is it?
What does Matthew McConaughey have to do with?
Isn't he running for governor of Texas?
Yeah, and
did he announce? Did he announce that he's running for governor?
Yeah, this was rumor so far.
I don't know. There's a.
He may draw attention.
Yeah, I mean, it's a person here that's trusted. They're a celebrity, and they play a very key role. So,
Elon Musk moved to Texas. Maybe he should run for governor too. I get no. Basically, there is not right now. There is a very foolish plan here that they are adhered to. This is building the wall more than likely. Because there is money. Now, mind you, this is not what this says, but I'm going to say this anyway. I'm changing my reading. Here are the 10 of Pentacles. There's your wall, but people can fly over it. So it's really stupid to build a wall that people could just take an airplane and still come in the country. So I don't know if you heard of those, but you might want to look that up.
How about a ladder?
and Trump even said that too. He said, because it's a really high wall, they can't get over it unless you get a really big ladder. Well, there you go. Then they can get over it. Oh, dog it. Anyway, Jesus, he was okay. Never mind. there is a plan here to sort of take advantage and bully the money because they've already sort of earmarked it to do horrible things. So unless you change your administration, then you're not going to get your grid straight.
You know, I don't follow the chat real closely because I catch things like Uno bars are good frozen and Beto used to be in a band. Like everything just joined to me. I can't follow the conversation. And it's like, okay, who said what to? So I would go back and watch that later to try to see what y'all are talking about in there.
So, well, speaking of can't follow things. Donald Trump. Someone wanted a mental checkup on Donald Trump.
King of segues.
Thank you, Pat.
We're doing a mental checkup on Donald Trump right now?
Yes, see where he is, how he is, because there's a part of him that believes he won, or maybe he's just saying that. I don't know, but you can see his decline. So mental checkup, guys. I'm going to use the room.
Donald Trump will help.
I just saw what was on the bottom and I'm laughing already.
Vader's stuck in the basement and it's flooded down there. That's all it's saying. I get he's crapping his pants, severe anxiety for the investigations and how widespread and vast they are. Like, central to the reading is my anxiety, looking over his shoulder with the fox because of the investigations, and it's just widespread. Like, that's what I get for his mental health. He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I get he should be institutionalized, but not necessarily in a mental institution. He does element of surprise. I get at the root of this. He's quite strong. But he does it to get away with it because he's anxious about what's going on, with court cases. And, he gets supporters when he says, I won, like it's my job. So, crashing a little bit, but mental clarity, strengthen that. And I get a yes card on that. He's like, it's what he does every day. Lies, and act erratic. But he's actually mentally quite secure is what I get.
So you don't think he's, sorry, Johnny. So you don't think he's gaslighted himself into believing his own delusions?
I think
Johnny's next question.
I think he fakes a lot of mental illness because he's going to use it in court. And it just keeps coming out that way. Yeah, thank you, Linda.
So he is at conflict, but it is with the people around him and his celebrations. There's the conflict in his ideas, but the people around him are, I guess, trying to rein in the sewage that falls out of his mouth. And so there's things that he wants to do, because Page of Wands is here. There's things he wants to do. He does voice them, but he feels as though he's being oppressed. And this is more like coming from his family with Othala. That is your family. This is also my oppression rune. There's Menaz. This is mankind, whatever mankind has built, government, churches, whatever, mankind structures, that type of thing. And Ingwas, this is him lying to himself. This is, I think that he may not have like dementia, but he does need therapy. And that's enough for him to not be president. Not that needing therapy disqualifies you. Anybody with a brain needs therapy, in my opinion. But he in his imposition, or his in particular position, cannot cope with the fact of anything in his life, whether it goes bad and it's not to his liking or whatever the case may be, not just the presidency, anything. He can't cope with it. He needs therapy, and he doesn't need to be running the country when you can't cope with things.
That's where it's at. It's like therapy, yes, mentally, as far as like dementia, no, he remembers everything.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't this go into the next question, Johnny?
What's the next one?
About what he said on Fox News. I thought that's where you were going.
He remembered he lost with Sean Hannity.
Oh no! What did you say? No, that was Jen. What did you say on that one?
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was asking if this goes into the next question about the Sean Hannity interview.
Because he had a Freudian slip and said that he lost. So will any of his followers believe him that he lost?
Or does he is he finally admitting that he lost? Because I've always been of the camp that he knows he lost, and that was just part of his
acting
psychosis because he cannot be viewed as a loser. part of his condition with his narcissism, part of his pathology. He cannot accept the loss, even though he knows he lost. He can't accept it, or have other people accept that as reality. So,
two worst things you can do to a narcissist is say no, because they don't like hearing no, and calling him a loser.
Yeah.
That's the two worst things. If you watch any of the narcissist videos on YouTube, they always talk about that. It's the two worst things you can do to a narcissist, because they blow up. They just go on rants and can't control themselves and attack and call names. And
what is that called? A narcissistic rage? Is it narcissistic rage? Yeah.
Yeah.
So does Donald Trump know that he lost the elections?
Does he know he lost? Does he admit it in his dark little recesses of his mind? You lost, loser.
There's the fool. So, I mean, I still find it interesting that that's how he still comes up. 77, 75, 70, whatever years old, and you still come up as the fool.
Yeah, I do think he's like still doing his Adderall and stuff. That, he's still got addiction issues, so that slurs his speech and affects his ability to get the words out sometimes. What'd you get, Becca?
I get he does. He knows better, but he just repeats the lies. He repeats the lies over and over, and it's chronic with him. It's like addicting, because he has to be seen like this, as pure, as wise, as, you know what I mean? Even though he couldn't read a comic book if you gave it to him, like, he knows he lost. He just has to repeat it as part of his pathology.
Yeah, it is tempered moments, when he's talking with Melania or somebody, he talks about his plans and that he couldn't get off the ground. He moves on from the election, like he knows that there's a new boss, but he returns to it over and over again to fight and cause conflict, to stir up chaos, and to give birth to new ideas and stuff. It's a gaslighting thing that he's victorious. It's just gaslighting.
Yeah, he lost. I think somebody in his family, I get the kids here, but it's not necessarily just them. But the Six of Cups, someone convinced him that's closer to him, which means he was still trying to play. Because mind you, keep this in mind too, they cheated and still lost. So he figured, if I cheated, then that means I should have won like I did the last time.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why he's still trying to play this in his head. That I won because we cheated. Remember? Didn't you throw the stuff away? Didn't you move all the ballot boxes out of the county? All that type of. We still lost.
Didn't we get the stop the count? Stop the count! Stop the count! And then keep the count.
I need 1,100. I need 1,100
votes. And then trying to get the Supreme Court to overthrow the key states that he needed to win to make him win. So it's like, dude, you tried everything to cheat and you still lost. So you were going to lose.
You still lost.
And you still lost. What a freaking loser.
Well, going into a court case then. Kendra Kingsbury. She's been indicted by a grand jury. She was, what did you say she was again? IRS, not IRS.
No, former FBI.
Former FBI.
Analyst.
She had national security information at her house. And so she has been indicted with the retention of national security details, because you cannot take that stuff to your house now. So what's going to happen to her now that she's been indicted? This was back in May, I believe she was indicted.
I want to look at what happens to her, but I also want to look at why she have it at her house.
What's her name again, Johnny? Catherine?
Kendra.
Thank you, Uma.
Thank you, Uma. These are the wrong cards to be reading in the dark, I tell you.
They look little in your hand, Johnny.
They are little.
Oh, they are little? Okay, I thought I was like...
They got a whole bunch of stuff on it.
Oh.
So it's something else to see.
Intricate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess she's going to lose her court case.
Yeah.
But they're looking at a network around her. This is going to go full circle back somewhere because she's, they planned on indicting her, but like who else is in the circle? There's her indictment. They're trying to get her to talk. I see quid pro quo at play here. She's got some people she's bonded with that she's right now blocking them from. So they're just kind of waiting their time. It's like, okay, take it to court. Let's see how this plays out. When you get a nice little, sentence, get a few years, then she might boom, come back. She's losing the court case. But they're going to return to her again. She's got info.
I get that.
Besides the info at her house, she's got info on other people.
She's going to suffer a serious loss. Like bad. Like this is not what you want to have. Woman cross coffin. That's no bueno. Like.
For those who are just joining, oh Lord. Let me get the thing. Okay, Lisa. I almost said Linda. Everybody's name is Linda or Kathy in the street. Lisa is posting the questions for us. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, so Queen of Wands and the Six of Swords. It's moving forward. She's moving forward. And Eight of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. So there's jail and there's time. So she's definitely going to jail. So she's going to lose that case for sure. The Hermit and the Devil are here, so let's just move into the next question of why did she have this at her house in the first place?
Wait, I got caramel on my card case.
So why did she have national security secrets at her house?
Yes.
What was she going to do with it?
The national defense information, too, at that. So why did she have this info at her house?
It was stuff she'd been keeping there from 2004 to 2017 or something like that, wasn't it? Like it's been a while. Like she's
13 years worth of information she's had.
Yeah. Or 13 years worth of information, but she hadn't been keeping it in her home that long, right?
I don't know that part. I didn't see that in there.
I don't know what
information.
I don't know anything about this story, but I get Lily's garden writer and then child and letter. So there's the delivery of new messages, new mail, new documents, but there's something here about a conservative party or a network of this, which is the Lilies is usually like our seniors. but it's also a card of veterans and active duty military. So it's like, I don't, and this is the King of Spades. So I don't know if this is in particular standing in for a person whose messages she was holding or she was delivering or she had his stuff. But it's like someone of kind of like high ranking that could be a veteran or active duty military in the network. And then the delivery here of new mail or new messages. But the question is why? I don't know if she was delivering it to him or delivering his stuff, like forwarding his mail somewhere else. Do you see what I'm saying? Because I don't get crossroads or nothing. So
I had the Five of Pentacles on the bottom, and I heard Cold War as soon as I saw that. So I've got like oligarchs and leaders and all around her, all men, military people, moneyed people, and she's had stuff on weapons and was sending it around to a network of people. There's quid pro quo involved. There may be the White House involved at some point. So I don't know if this is under Trump. Maybe this is related to like Flynn and people like that. I don't know. But it was definitely secrets on America. And I get even like Biden. There might be some stuff on Biden in there. But she like had agreements with people and returned to them over and over, and bam, time's up. There's definitely a hidden agenda in this. It's premeditated. It's planned. I'm gonna do a quick card pull. Does this involve like Flynn or anybody in Trump's administration?
So there is a man here. That's what it starts with. So it either centers around him or, like Becca was saying, King of Swords.
Oh, okay. King of Swords.
Thank you, Maureen. Lily, did you get your caramel? She had to go get caramel because of Jen. There's Eight of Swords and the King of Swords. This is centered around him. This is also meant to, I'll go out on a limb and say this is like the capture of someone, or this is like the, or the not necessarily even just capturing him, because the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands is here. Like this is a plan to do something maybe involving him and his network type thing. And it's like trying to bind what he's doing, or trying to capture what he's doing, or trying to manipulate even what he's doing with that Eight of Swords. The Queen of Wands, which is her, because that's how she came up the last time, with the Four of Pentacles and the Hermit. I think that whatever they found, they should keep digging, because she's probably got some more stuff somewhere. And this is in different locations. There's yeah, well, we know that there's personal information here too from this person, whoever this is. It's a lot of it that she still has, with that Four of Pentacles and the Hermit. She's still got a lot of information. Where it is, don't know. But the Knight of Cups, there was a deal, like even blackmail may have come into this too. There is a deal that is possibly trying to be made, not necessarily by her. She could be strengthening the case of somebody else to get what they wanted or something like that. But it was for defense. It was for actual American defense, and not like in a good way, like she was trying to help our Defense Department, but it was for defense, for her defense, for security, for somebody else. This is on a personal level. She was not acting on behalf of the country type thing.
I feel like she was working with somebody else that might have worked in the Department of Defense, like not the top, but somebody like down a notch. Somebody quite strong that like we would know, a name we would know, that was like a world figure. But there is steady money involved in this, and there may even be some ties to some Republicans that kind of manipulating things. There's a hidden agenda in this. Wow. Government's going to be asking her a lot of questions.
Well, speaking of this, on the same vein, Russia and the U.S., Biden and oh boy, when they had a little meeting, and one of the things that was discussed was cybersecurity. Was there an actual deal made between Biden and Putin about cybersecurity, or was this just a dog and pony show? Was there an actual deal made between Biden and Putin on cybersecurity? As I use the Game of Thrones tarot.
I get yes, but Putin won't adhere to it. It's like, I see you eye to eye. I'm looking you right in the eye. Yes, there was a deal, but Putin is not accepting it. He's gonna betray it, walk away from the deal. But Biden's watching him. America, he wants to bully America, and he wants to bully the White House. So he's gonna pay off somebody to go in and do an attack again. The question will be, what will Biden do about it?
Manchin, fish, stars. Question was there a deal made between Biden and Putin? Said yes. But it starts with this. So, yes, but one person is not going to adhere to the other because there's money to be made that is widespread. Because why? There's sanctions. This way. So
That's what I got.
for show, yeah.
So it started with the Five of Swords. This is just with the Three of Wands, but one person is not going to adhere because right now we're just talking. The Three of Wands is waiting, just kind of like wait and see. Nothing has come in yet. You see, it's the harbor is got the boats bringing it in, but nothing is done until it's done. This can all still sink. And I think it is because there's a fight over money, sanctions. This is, hey, if you will remove such and such sanctions, then, maybe I won't hack your country and all this type of stuff, which the Three of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and Biden. There is a, I guess, pushing out of these sanctions. There might be a bit of a deal to where we can ease up on some sanctions, not all. We can ease up on, because mind you, all of them don't have something to do with hacking. Some of them, you invaded people's country. But we can ease up on some if you were to, strike a deal here with the Three of Cups, that community and celebration. But it ends in the Six of Cups and the King of Cups. We're going to go back to where we were. And so, no, he's not going to stick to the plan because that's Vladimir Putin for you.
And even if we were to lift the sanctions, he'd still continue to freaking hack us because he hates us. Like,
And he's a killer. Like, why would you trust him,
Well, speaking of killers, Kim Jong-un and his North Korea starving his people and so forth and so forth. So someone asked, will there be any aid to North Korea because they're having a food shortage at the moment?
They have an ongoing food shortage. It's been going on for years. It's nothing new.
It's just hit the news again, but this has been going on because anyway. Where's China? Isn't China taking care of North Korea? Why don't you do something about that? You know, let me sell you shoes for 15 cents so you can mark them up to $800 over here.
Sorry about the ding. Yoda is like texting. Hold on. I will mute myself. I get that they don't get any aid. The trust, the support, maybe if it's doctors or Red Cross or whatever, there's the shortage. No. Like, even if they tried to do it, they would take so much that there would be barely anything left for the people that need it.
Yeah, I get it. There's a manipulation going on, and it's like crash and burn for the people that are impoverished. But then you got the royalty sitting there, people running the country that have everything they need on their plate. It's the same old going around and around and around again. And until they get a different perspective about the leader and what he steals from the people, he robs Peter to pay for Paul. He takes from here, gives to there. He would block aid to the impoverished. He wouldn't let it in until there's a change in leadership there. Nope.
I get, yes, if you can get it past who's there. There is the Fool and the Three of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. There's a new action. There's some harmony here, peace, togetherness, benevolence even. But your problem is the person in charge. So if you can get it past him, then maybe, but that's more than likely not going to happen. Otherwise, it would have happened already.
Yeah.
So no, unfortunately. So from the gross to the grotesque, Biden is being denied communion because he is pro-choice, which everybody's pro-choice because everybody's pro-life. It's pro-birth is what they are. But anyway, that's semantics. So will there be any fallout from that?
I mean, it's the bishop or archdiocese for his area that's doing it. I find it interesting because the Pope several years ago said that he would not deny women that had abortions. And he was like, who am I to judge with gays? Let gays in the church and stuff. So I feel like it's a politicizing that the Pope actually wouldn't.
But here's my thing. And mind you, I don't know anything. I am a recovering Catholic from way back when I was forced into it as a child and I had no choice. But if I remember correctly, you only do communion after you have confessed to your sins. You believing that a woman has a right to do as she will with her own body is not you committing a sin. You didn't go out and have an abortion. That is your belief system. So how are you not allowed to take communion for not confessing to something that you didn't do?
Yeah, it's politicizing it. Let's see. We'll go get communion again in the future.
Here's my problem. You know what? Never mind. Because that'll be 2 hours of me going on and on and on.
You know, remember William Barr's up in all the Catholic things like Opus Dei and stuff. Kind of makes me wonder if he's got something to do with this.
I get that there's someone that is trusted that's going to bring this to light, and it's going to start the freaking rumor mill. So I don't know if this would be the Pope.
Yep.
I don't know who this person is, but it's like chitter chatter, a lot of gossip, a lot of negotiating about it, and that sort of thing. A lot of talk about it because he is seen in a very good light. Whoever this person is, whether it's Biden or another holy person or whatever, they're seen in a very good light. So at least it opens up discussion.
Yeah, this is backstabbing going on again, premeditated to try to put Biden in defense mode. There's money involved, somebody that's just not accepting Biden as president. So I get somebody's going to be talking to someone higher up, collaborating, revisiting this. I get there is support for giving him his communion wafer, which is on the Ace of Cups. So he will be getting it in the future.
I get that too. He will be getting it. But let me say this first of all. Back when I had to give communion, when I was a churchgoer, we always used to stress that the Bible says if you take communion and you have sin in your heart, you will surely die. So what you're supposed to do is cleanse yourself of all wrongdoing. Confess your sins to God, not necessarily a person sitting in a box, but to God. And you were supposed to be cleansed of your sins, and then you can take communion. If you don't do that first, then you will die, like literally die. Now, first of all, that whole thing is made up. I just want you to know that, whether you like it, love it, hate it, or leave it. Thank you, Gigi. That whole thing is made up. You do not have to eat Jesus and drink his blood. That is a pagan ritual, and you should stop doing it. So that's the first off. Second off, the Catholic Church has been riddled with scandal when it comes to pedophilia. So judging Joe Biden because he is pro-choice is not the pot calling the kettle black. It is the pedophilia ring calling the pro-choice man a sinner. So this is something you need to stop doing too. Third of all, get it, man, the damn communion. Ain't nobody perfect, and that's why that is more than just an expression.
We've had two Catholic presidents in our history. One of them was assassinated, and the other one is Joe, who's a devout Catholic. It's, to me, it is politicizing it, and I'm like, you want to take communion, you don't, it's intention what you're doing with it. So it's a ritual. It is based on what pagan rituals, which a lot of stuff in the Bible is based on pagan stories. So it's rather interesting when you look into it. But
I'll tell you one thing, and this is a bad confession, but I'm admit it right now. I went to a wedding a while ago, very devout Catholic family. I took communion without going to confession. Why? Because I was hungry and I wanted that damn wafer because they are so good. I didn't catch on fire. I didn't die. I didn't burn up. It's just, was it wrong?
That's because it's a cookie.
But they're so good. If you're hungry,
it's not actually Jesus on a plate. It's a cookie. Now, mind you, the Catholics have got the good stuff. Us Baptists got an oyster cracker.
An oyster cracker and grape juice.
Yes.
Didn't even get wine.
It was like this. So you ate the cracker and your mouth was instantly dry. And then you drank grape juice and then it was even drier.
And it was a little bitty cup of grape juice. So it wasn't enough to wash down that oyster cracker. And then you sat there all through service.
And nobody finds it strange that we're eating and drinking Jesus.
Nope.
But this is something that we need to do for what reason? So it's like all of this. So here's the reading part. I'll go back to the reading. Sorry, not sorry. It's my damn channel. there's your. This is the intake. This is like my food card. This is your intake, and then this is your politicizing. Your 5 of Wands. You're arguing, bickering, fighting, politics. 7 of Wands and Knight of Cups. There will be a push by the community, by his support, by his supporters. They will defend him on this in particular thing. And so he will indeed, oh Lord, ain't that special. So he will indeed be taking communion because they will defend him. Here, 9 of Pentacles, Joe is secure. King of Cups. There will be a change. Yes, there will be a change here with the Death card. That's what it ends in. So he will get his communion.
I'm going to start a church and give everybody Reese's Pieces, Paydays, and Kit Kats for communion.
Now that's a wafer I will eat. Jesus was black anyway, so chocolate is very fitting. There you go. But speaking of churches, will they ever be taxed? Is what someone asked. So let us see. And mind you, in my opinion, this is my opinion, that should be private anyway. You should go and take communion by yourself and not in a whole group of people. But anyway.
Our communion was between me and a priest.
Yes, it should be between you and God.
Not me, some man that I don't know sitting in a little black box over here that I can't see because there's a wall right here. Like, that's why they have therapists. I don't need to tell you. I can go straight to the man myself. You know?
No, Tarot, it's just that's YouTube. It'll be all right. That's what they do. That is what they do. Oh, I don't need to read about the church and get the devil the first card, but okay. Will they be taxed? What you get, Becca?
Nope. I get it. Something for the community here. There's the results, and it would cause a lot of trouble. No. And I have a problem with that. I really do. Especially with the mega churches where you have multimillionaires that can't even house people in Texas when there's a massive freaking flood. Scientology, who goes around harassing people and ruining lives. Why are they tax-free?
Yeah, no, because that is definitely not a church.
Hell no, that's a cult. That is a cult.
I think because churches have so much support, like they visit this over and over again, like they come up with a plan to tax the churches right in the center. The challenge is to burden them. The churches, they got the bully pulpit. So, I don't want to get into bashing churches because we've got people that watch us that go to church. Nothing wrong with ritual and doing what speaks to your soul and your heart, but there are a lot of churches that they've got the bully pulpit and they're sitting pretty financially. They manipulate stuff to their advantage. So they sit on the money. Every time it comes up and somebody talks about it, it gets killed. It doesn't go anywhere. They've got too much strength with people that they work with, and they are just sitting pretty in their structure. So I don't see them taxing them. I think they should, because I drives me nuts when I drive by a bunch of homeless people, a block away from a church. It drives me nuts, but that's up to the people within the church to push the church to help the homeless that are down there. So it says as much about not just the church, but the people that attend it.
Yeah. A lot of the churches around here, all of their money doesn't go to help the community. It goes to pilgrimages and all this other stuff in South America to Catholicize all those people. It's like, stop.
Yep.
There's homeless people right down the street. Go help them.
That's the church I went to. We supported, not by ourselves, but we helped to support over 120 missionaries.
Yeah, missionaries. There you go. Yeah.
When I lived in Memphis, in downtown Memphis, which is where most of the homeless were in the Memphis area, they weren't out in the burbs. There was a Catholic church that did a food line shelter, food bank and shelter for the homeless. So there are some, but what was crazy, like, okay, that was in downtown Memphis, but they weren't getting any money from the Catholic churches in the burbs. So because all the people with money lived out in the burbs, I don't know how they kept it together. My
sister goes to a real church. They're like I've told y'all before, they have 3 or 4 houses that are around where the church is that they keep open for single mothers who are trying to get back on their feet or escaping abusive relationships or something like that. They're actually doing community outreach, which is what God and Jesus wanted you to do. So that's an actual church. But as far as taxing goes, I get no. 5 of Cups, 8 of Swords. And of course, good old devil in the middle. Because why would you? I mean, you never have, so why do it now?
I didn't want us to sound like we were stereotyping every church, because I know there are some that do good work, but the majority of them to me are not out there in the community.
The next time you see me in a church, I'll be in a box at the front of the room. So that's all I got to say.
You know what, though? I only go to church to collect holy water, and that's it.
Speaking of boxes, the ninja warriors, what were they called? Cyber ninjas?
Cyber ninjas.
Cyber ninjas. What was the real reason for their audits?
Cyber ninjas. I mean, I'm not Catholic, but I say the rosary. Just to touch on religion again.
And mind you, I talk about it like a dog, but I actually like the Bible. It doesn't bother me all that much. I don't like all of it, and mind you, let me correct myself. But I like it. It's full of philosophy. I'm a philosopher, so why wouldn't it?
Every time you see Satan or the devil mentioned, read ego.
Yeah.
Because that's the biggest problem we have to overcome in life.
Mm-hmm.
Some more than others, Trump. As he falls out of the deck, look, full card.
Trump Jr.
Well, I was shuffling, trying to focus on the cyber ninjas. Why the audit? And there he is.
Again. You talking about his friends, of course he's going to show up.
Trump and the devil.
Call him by name.
Because the White House was trapped. They wanted to shift some votes around. They were watching and waiting for a time they could take a new action. All this anxiety involved. Trying to hide votes and kill the election. Trying to secure votes for you-know-who.
They did it for the crazy man because he lost. So that, in the public, it looks like he secured something. And he won. But it's like they're doing it for a group of crazy people, the Quackanoners, the crazies. And they were trying to steal this way. So
I get that it was to sort of break down some sort of security, break down something that's in the way. With the 10 of Wands here, there's something stuck, which is basically They wanted your information, basically, is what it is. There's a breaking down of that there. Some sort of betrayal to alliances. This has something to do with information. It started with the 7 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. So this is something about defending you know who, but it's also about being support or drumming up support for you know who. So yes, they wanted your information because that's what Putin wanted, remember? And so they wanted the voter rolls and all that type of stuff. So this is why they're going to try to do it from state to state to state, unless the DOJ or somebody gets involved. And then they took all the stuff. Didn't you say they took it to where, Montana?
To Montana, because that's where the owner of Cyber Ninjas has a hideout cabin.
So what you got my Arizona information in Montana for?
Yeah. So is Merrick Garland going to do something to stop this fraud? While we're on that subject. He's warned them. DOJ sent a letter out. Is he going to do something to stop it?
I'll get a yes. I don't know if he's sending out a woman out there or they're going to be getting a visit from a woman. She's very well recognized in the community or the group, but it's like, dude, those ballots are from Arizona. What the hell are they doing in your personal house in Montana? But there's a woman who's up here and she's coming in. So
I get the same thing. A lady justice, because security has been affected by the votes that they moved. Yeah, I got 2 moving cards. They moved. There'll be an action taken against them because in America, you're not supposed to change anything, in the government, and we got rules. There's going to be some heartache over this, and those that had agreements to do this. I've got temperance though on the bottom, so it might take just a little bit.
Oh, hi, Kathy D. Kathy D is working on another painting for me, y'all.
Oh, nice.
She's the one who drew my picture over there and my empress up here. And so I have in my head designed my tarot. If I had a tarot card, and yes, she drew that for Jen too. Jen and Lucy.
Love it.
That's my fingers scratching Lucy's head.
Love
so when
it.
I get it, I will show y'all.
I need to get it framed. I haven't framed it yet, but I keep it tucked in a book so I don't bend it or anything.
Oh, I like it. I know I will. It's the death card. Well, it's not these death cards. It's my own death card. So I'll show you when I show you. So what was the question? I forgot.
Merrick Garland, will he take any action against the fraud?
Is he going to do something? I still see a letter or something being sent. There's your paper, there's your communications, something being mailed even. And here's his area of expertise. Now, there is some work behind it, though. But this is kind of like, okay, maybe this is the warning and then this is the work. So there will be some work to it. It's just not yet. There's kind of like, we need to give you, it's kind of like you get the letter from the lawyer. You give you time to correct the situation, and then if not, then we move on to the next stage.
They're tampering with boots,
I have a question. And the woman, is there a woman that's in charge of Arizona that gave them the okay to take the freaking ballots and stuff? Because I got a woman in my spread, and there was like news coming out about this woman and what she's been doing. Like, is it a woman in Arizona, either in the state party or whatever, that gave these people the okay to start the fraud?
There's a woman there, but she's a Democrat that I think is Secretary of Treasury or something there, Secretary of State or whatever.
That's a Republican?
That's a Democrat. So I don't think it's her. I don't know if there's another woman that's got anything to do with it, though.
That's just mental to me.
The Senate leader is a woman in Arizona. They're saying.
So it might be her that gets in trouble because it's like, that's like me going down there and being like, give me all the ballots. I don't like how they voted, give me all the ballots. And I'm going to take them to the house. Who does that?
The head of the GOP in Arizona is a woman
She might be in some serious trouble. Serious, that lady.
Okay.
Yeah, the Secretary of State's a Dem. Okay, I thought that's what I remembered.
So, do we know her name? Do we need to do a reading on her?
Well, the Secretary of State, I think, is okay there. I don't think she's like got anything to do with this fraud.
No, Peggy's saying it's the Republican Speaker of the House. I think it's
in Arizona.
That's a woman that was like, and she's been all over Twitter too, going nuts. I think, if I'm not
mistaken, if it's her, the Speaker of the House in Arizona, is she going to get charged with vote tampering or anything?
She threatened Biden. Oh, of course. Oh. Oh. Okay.
I get a yes.
Everybody's saying he's nuts.
I get a very strong yes.
I'm getting financial problems too.
Mm-hmm.
Lies about finances too. A man, finances, big, huge trouble, lots of lies. There's your yes. She's going to get in trouble. It might be something financial with the man. So I don't know if it's the executive owner of the fraud or something, but she's going to get in trouble.
But we kept seeing that, though, that there's a money trail here that's going to get a lot of people. It's not even necessarily even the ballots and you doing wrong things with the ballots. They're going to look at this money and be like, hey.
Yeah, there's a strong chance they're going to be fighting their way through court and collaborating together. Time's up. TikTok. This is going to go full circle. I get there's like a man and 2 women. And there's been steady money involved in this that could possibly be going to jail for tampering with the votes. And my big old yes card. They get a timeout.
big yes in the middle. And there is some sort of money trail that they need to follow. And I keep getting, and it's not here necessarily. I mean, if I could piece it together if I just wanted to do that, but there's an abuse of power thing here too. So she may get a charge for abuse of power, some sort of, not campaign finance. So I always go to that. There's some sort of financial thing. And then of course the ballots, because her work is here too. And so, yeah, she's got some, you need to go to church and do some praying because your ass is grass, Mr. Postman.
Mm-hmm.
Laurie in chat, to reply to someone in chat, put the @ sign and then type their chat name and it'll highlight their name. Little chat instructions. I did catch one comment in chat tonight.
That thing right there, that little symbol, like you can see where I'm pointing. That little symbol right there. If you put that and then type their name in, it'll highlight them. That way they see it. That thing over there. Oh, Lord Jesus. Well, speaking of stupid things, Andrew S. Clyde. The S stands for scumbucket. He is the representative of Georgia, or one of the representatives. He is up for re-election next year. Yes, there he is. So he voted against Juneteenth, first of all. Actually, he voted against a whole bunch of things. You can go to GovTrack, GovTrack.us. So go to govtrack.us and you can see your congressman's voting records. So he voted against things that were to protect women from domestic abuse. He voted against Juneteenth. He was in the halls, chambers, or wherever they call that. He was there.
Like, what kind of scumbag do you have to be to vote against Juneteenth? I mean, like, Hello, I'm a racist. I'm voting against Juneteenth.
And what he was saying is we have enough federal holidays and people might get confused. So take Christopher Columbus off the thing and then put Juneteenth up there, and then maybe we won't.
I'm confused why he's got a job in our government.
And so he was at work, and one of the officers who responded to the riots at the Capitol was there because they also took a vote on them being honored, and he voted against that too. And so the officer was there and went out to shake his hand, and he wouldn't shake his hand. And he just looked down at his phone and then waited for them to open the door, and then he bolted away. So is he going to be reelected?
What's his name again? Scumbag?
Andrew Scumbag Clyde. Because I looked at him. Now, mind you, he was elected this year, January 3rd, 2021, it says, but he's up for re-election next year, it said.
Oh, did he take over? No, he didn't take over John Lewis.
I didn't understand that quite much, but I mean, he's a rep. He's not a senator. But we'll see.
I'm going to stop right here. Hell no. Why? Because he's a liar. Liar.
You're welcome, Harold. It's a big change in the votes and you go away. Hopefully that's true.
So you know how we can make it true? Everybody, light your candles, pray to Jesus, Allah, Buddha, whatever we can get your phones, dial, get him out.
I'm getting like a lot of Republicans in charge, like including like the governor and stuff, are going to have to move on burdened and out in the cold. So I think Georgia's going to keep turning a little bluer, a little bluer, a little bluer.
Yeah, he was the one said they weren't insurrectionists. They were just tourists and fans and walking. Oh, Jesus. Well, speaking of covering up for someone, will they charge Weisselberg with anything? The Trump family's personal finance guru. that nobody can recall who he is or whether he worked for the campaign.
I still call him Weisselberg. I can't get it out of my mouth right. Weasel. I'm giggling already.
I have a question I didn't write down. We'll do that.
I get abundance on the bottom, and it made me laugh, like an abundance of charges here, and then I pull, there's a new action, yes, right off the bat, because Mr. Moneyman, accountant guy, dude, you changed some documents. You did some stuff, and you tried to keep a lid on it, but you're burdened. I think he's going to get thrown out. I think his boss will fire him too, like throw him out, like June, because he's gonna start turning on him. So you're fired, Weisselberg. That's what I'm getting. Courts, looking at everything he's clinging to and stuff on the family, investigating. He's got the tower on him. The courts will be victorious. So he gets charges, but I feel like they're they're charging him just to put pressure on him to turn on Trump and the family. It's like they don't really want him. They want the Trump org.
I get they're going to squeeze his nuts till he cracks. Are they going to charge him? This is technically saying no. Oh, Yoda, stop. This is technically saying no, but it's saying he's going to be under so much stress for what he knows about the losses, and they're going to make him look like the one that stole it, that he's going to crap his pants so bad that the organization is the one that's going to be recognized as the target, as the end goal. So they're just going to squeeze his old crusty balls until he starts singing.
I got a question after you go, Johnny.
Okay. There is the pressure, the imbalance, the two of Pentacles, and then my America card. So that is going to come from someone here in the legal system, with the Queen of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. There is some falsifying of documents for the Fool here. There's something about, and I also had a question about racketeering, because if they go for RICO charges on all of Trump Org, which they can do apparently, which is how they got the mob, I wonder if he'll be involved in that. But there's some sort of, because that's what I heard here, was some sort of racketeering charge. And then here I get some sort of, for the Fool, there was some sort of falsifying of documents. And I always go back to this. There is some paper somewhere that said Donald Trump lost a bunch of money that he didn't actually lose.
Yep.
And so that is going to get him in some trouble too. It all starts with that Two of Pentacles. They are basically trying to pressure and make sure that he is off balance at all times, because that's how they're going to get him to crack, and then judgment upon him.
So that was my follow-up. Is there going to be RICO charges?
Actually, that was my follow-up. So yeah.
It must be psychic. It must be psychic.
Oh, Lord.
Are you saying RICO charges against the organization or individuals?
Yes. Well,
the organization overall.
RICO, they'll go after the person at the top. They'll go after Trump. Well, there'll be RICO on the organization.
Trump Org. Because I was listening to Ari Melber's show, and he was talking about the RICO charges. And I'm like, I wonder if they'll go after Trump Org.
Yeah, it's like Trump didn't do anything, but he told everybody else to, so they'll go after him. That's how they're chasing them. RICO.
I'm getting a yes, and perhaps even individuals that are refusing to cooperate. Because there's the agreements, there's the delay, and this is how you're viewed and recognized. Your reputation, yes, for individuals as well. And specifically those that are refusing to perhaps play nice.
That's what I get.
I read your cards, Johnny. I'm psychic.
Oh, I had to tell you something to remind me. These two cards actually came up in a reading I did for us. So I have to tell you what that was.
Rico, you look so fine. You look so fine. You blew my mind off, Rico. You know the song, Hey Ricky? Yeah, going after the big boss and the whole network in the court, the whole structure.
Yes, Patty, I did.
I've threw cards everywhere.
I get, yes, there's Ace of Pentacles and a Judge here. There will be something handed down about money. And then it ends, well, I actually have three aces. I get everything except the Ace of Cups, which we don't need because it's about emotions. So we got everything else here, though. But what the question, another question was, let's say they go after Trump Org with Rico charges. If Trump Org is dissolved, what would the family actually do then?
Because they dissolved Trump Charity, so
yes.
I see in your future drug selling, crime lords. I'm second.
Wait a minute.
Trump likes to drive golf carts. He could drive people around golf courses.
Well, he could be a caddy. That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Sandra's saying they're going to open up a donut shop. I like where your head's at, Sandra. Everybody. We're going to be driving it around the neighborhoods like in an ice cream truck, but it's powdered donuts. Mm-hmm.
He'll sell vitamins to people on YouTube.
Late night sex toys.
Oh my God, Ivanka doing the phone sex thing.
Okay.
It's good money in it.
Well, Rudy holds all his conferences there. They can get a discount.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That would be the perfect job for Ivanka Trump, the phone sex.
Oh Lord!
So you know, like they have those infomercials at night with the sex toys. It's like.
Then you turn on the TV. There's one of the Trumps doing it.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if it was like I Eat Pace trying to do one of those?
Oh, he doesn't know what that is. Bless his heart. I'm surprised he even had kids.
Oh God.
What would they do? What'd you get, Beck? Did you go?
I just get that they suffer long term. But the cross is here, so maybe they'll just turn religious and start preaching. Maybe they'll open up a church so that they don't have to pay taxes, you guys, and scam people that way legally.
I get one by one that will be a huge burden on the children there with the 9 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. And I think one by one, they'll slowly either be depressed or go broke. That's what I get. There's a lot of suffering with the 3 of Swords, and it ends in the 7 of Cups. One of them might go missing, like the in-laws type of thing. They may take some money, skip town type of thing.
Have to tell their spouses to go get a job if they stay jail.
It wouldn't survive. Because mind you, it's not built on, well, I can't tell them they don't love each other, but I'm a judge anyway because it's my channel. I can do what I want. But they don't love each other. This is based upon finances and not emotions.
Yeah. They throw each other under the bus in a heartbeat.
Uh-huh. That's their only activities. Okay. We did Weisselberg. Wait a minute. Do I want to do that? Let's stay in this orbit then, shall we? August the 17th, Rudy Giuliani and Fox News is trying to get the case thrown out against them from, do you say Smart? Say it again.
Smart Tech, I think it is, or
because it's not Dominion, it's the other company.
Smart whatever it is.
For $2 billion or something like that. And so they're trying to get that thrown out. And they're going to be in court August the 17th. So will they be successful in getting it thrown out? Or will they go through? Thank you, Courtney.
It's like, what's their legal standing? We were just kidding.
Yeah.
You can't believe anything that Rudy says, like they say about Tucker Carlson in court.
They're going to use the same argument as Tucker Carlson. You can't possibly believe what we said. We're just entertainers. I get they're going to have to pay. Is it going to get thrown out? Hell no. You're going to have to pay. Okay. You're going to pay.
Does it get thrown out? Oh, hell no. Court's going to stab them in the heart. They're going to lose it. They're going to get burdened. They'll appeal, and they'll lose that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody may end up in jail over some of this. Pack their bags. They're moving. I keep getting jail and like pack your bags. Could be Mr. Crematorium.
9 of Swords, 5 of Swords. There's the stress and worry, anxiety, and no, you are still going to court because this case is legitimate. So, no, you're still going. Now, speaking of court, will any of the insurrectionists give up any names of our politicians that maybe they had conversations with?
Because they're all being questioned.
They're being questioned by FBI specifically about members of Congress.
So will they give up any names? Thank all 1,700 of you that are out watching us today. Thank you very much. Appreciate you very much.
Especially on Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
On the holidays. Thank you, chat.
Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking Gates and Marjorie Green. A man that's a celebrity because of a woman, and a man and a woman that are both celebrities. I'm thinking Gates and Green. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, good Lord. Oh, good Lord. Oh, good Lord. Okay.
I'm getting at least 2, maybe 3 also, Becca. I'm like 2 to 3 that led the charge on it to try to steal the election. They are Republicans. So, yeah, surprise, surprise, right? And they affected our national security. I get a yes. They spent time and resources with them, and yeah, they're going to end up in court too.
And the middle card in my spread with stars, that metaphorically is maps, technology, perhaps communication on internet, so.
Like the tour. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Edie. I get the Ace of Cups and Temperance. So this is yes, and then working together. So that's my first 2 cards there. And then everything else is a person. So yes.
How many people did you get? How many people did you get?
4, 5, 6. 6 people.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I won after the other too. And it wasn't like even, cards in between that. It's one after the other.
Yep. They're all court cards.
Mm-hmm. And then at the end, I also get a collaboration card with the 3 of Pentacles. So, yes. And not only, now mind you, thank you, Peace and Tough. This is the cooperation. This is the quid pro quo. I'll give you this, you give me that type thing. So, yes, this is plea deals and working with, the government, blah, blah, blah. This is different kind of work. This is them in collaboration with all these people. Because this is a person's expertise. This is you basically trying to make a deal with somebody. This for that. This is expertise. So this here is them working with all these people. I got 6 court cards.
You know what we should do? We should make a bingo card of all the people we think are going to get busted.
Yeah.
See, when we've got bingo, thank you. Julie. While we're on the subject of insurrection, can we look at, because the first Peanut Butter Boy got written up in his charges, in his indictment for terrorism against the United States government. which is setting up to go after Trump possibly for inciting terrorists against our government, which is called, treason.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So are there charges, similar charges coming against Trump and the people that were at the rally?
Devil flew out. So
Oh, it's flying around tonight.
let's see. Yes, the thing behind Becca's on Etsy. You can get it there.
Her wooden halo.
That right there, that's on Etsy. Just search wooden mandalas.
Any more charges, you say?
Any more charges against Trump and the people at the rally that incited this for terrorism? I get a big yes. I get a big old yes. It's going to take a little while.
I guess that they're going to investigate a friend and a little child. And your little child, too. Mm-hmm.
I get they're going to investigate the loser, too. We know who that is. Treachery.
Chris, in my family, this is Uncle's Day and not Father's Day.
Stepfathers, fathers, uncles, all you male role models.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I get the 9 of Swords, 2 of Swords. There was an intentional, of course, this is intentional. There's an intentional thing here to cause some trauma and some hurt. 8 of Swords. The Emperor. There is a man here that will be singled out. He is a household name. I almost said he's an important person, but he's a household name. Something like a Ted Cruz, something like that. He is sort of in the thick of it right now. But this is going to become a lot more evident as we go on because the moon cannot stay. We cannot stay in the darkness forever. So there will be some illumination coming, but it's just going to take a minute here. But yeah, I get to, in the end, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. There is a paper trail even, too. And so, yeah. Wait. Let's see. So the DOJ, speaking of terrorists, wants to create a new statute for prosecuting domestic terrorists. So will they? This right now is just an idea, but will they? Will they have a special way to deal with domestic terrorists? And not, because right now all you get them for is like attempted murder or manslaughter or assault or something like that. So will they have a different way to deal with them going forward?
Especially if their intention is mass harm.
Yeah.
I get a yes. There's the new laws, new records, new things that go into motion to punish, and it's with full force. It's full force, not just fines or whatever. No, it's like they're going to drop an anvil on your head.
Ooh, wow.
What'd you get?
Yeah.
Exactly, Miss J-Lo. Exactly.
It's not just how they prosecute them, but also like their jail time. Something about sentencing guidelines is what I'm getting. So looking at sources of money also behind it. There's going to be a big break. Like it's going to be pretty sudden because of national security interests. They're going to bring this up pretty quickly, I think. But they're looking at like money laundering also. So if there's money laundering involved in funding a terrorist, then that also is going to get like some big stiff sentencing. Thank you, me, myself, and I.
Thank you very much. Yes, there is a huge weight coming down with the new action here in the tower because of your terrorism, your devil, and your in-house activity. So yeah, there's going to be a huge weight coming down upon them. All right, we'll end with
Johnny.
Actually, go ahead.
Can I ask a question? Do we have a funny one? Because if not, I'd like to add a question, if I may, please.
Okay.
Add a question, then I have a little funny one.
Okay, so Jenny has said that the quarantine will go down when Trump gets indicted.
Oh, the quarantine?
The quarantine was up for a year. Yoda, stop it. Was up for a year. And
now it's a year and a half.
Now it's a year and a half, and everybody was starting to ask her questions about when the quarantine is going to come down, and she said she will take it down when there's indictments coming to Trump. So when are indictments coming to Trump? So we can so we can gauge when when is Jenny going to take her tree down?
Like, tell me he's not getting indicted before Christmas, because I don't want to take my tree down before Christmas.
And then have to put it right back up again.
And then have to put it back up. That's right. It's a lot of work to take it down and put it back up.
August 26th. I'm going to go with that. Book.
August 26th. It's first indictment.
Sun is the summer, because sun is card number 31. Not all months have 31 days. The book does not. It could be the 26th of the month, 26 days. The sun is card number 31. So 31 days are in a month. So perhaps around the 26th of August. We shall see. It's just a guess. Timing is extremely interesting, but at least we can kind of gauge when Jenny's going to take her tree down.
I get the accountant goes first. Because they've got strength on him right now. I'm getting wintertime for Trump. Something that he did in the while he was in the White House. Bullying, so abuse of power even. Something on Ivanka too, and then oh god, and there's that Christmas wreath right on the victory card. Dang it!
3 weeks.
Johnny, please, I pray to God you be right. Please.
I doubt it very highly.
Get ready to pack your tree, Jenny. Get ready to pack your tree.
It's either 3 weeks or 3 years if you put the pinnacle in there with it, but we'll see. Or in the fall.
So I have a question. You know how, like, if you have like a head trauma, like you get hit on the head, and when they bring you around, they'll ask you like, who's the president? To see if you're all there or not. So if Trump had a head trauma, who would he say is president?
J. Edgar Hoover. Oh. Thank you, Valerie. See, Doreen, you read my cards. Ivanka, that's who would be president. He may just be saying that's his emergency contact, but that's all that would come out of his mouth.
I'm the president. I'm in the White House. I won. His ego, even in.
I'm going to say the same thing. He's going to be criticizing. There's his success, his triumph, his galore, and there he is improving. I'm gonna, even though man didn't show up, I'm gonna say he's gonna say it's him.
Kanye.
Kanye West.
Oh, that's funny. So thank all 1767 of y'all for coming out to join us on this Father's Day. Thank you for those who came out to the charity stream. It is on Jen's channel if you want to go and see it. We raised $1,900 whole dollars, and you can still donate because the button is still there.
Sterling is telling me to just pull my tree out of frame. I was actually thinking of that. If it has to come down in like August and go back up in October, yeah, it's just getting pulled out of frame.
And happy birthday once again to Giblets. If you don't know who that is, shame on you. And also happy Father's Day. Now, in the chat, now, mind you, let me say this. The first one I see, not the first one who types it, the first one I see, wins this. Pick a number 1 through 100, put it in the chat right now, and I will send this to you. And you send me your information at terrotsapprentice@gmail.com.
Good luck.
1 through 100. Oh, there it is. Kim C, you got it. That's 17. So, Kim C, you send me your information at terrotsapprentice@gmail.com. If you didn't win, don't worry about it. We do this every month. So, a few of y'all got 17. Oh, I'm so sorry. Kim C was on the ball on that one.
It's in the ethers tonight. Everybody's thinking of the same number.
Let me put it on the thing. So, just in case my alliteration is quite off. I didn't go to college, so that's how these things go. So let me say, I can't get back to it. StreamYard, you're such a son of a mother. Okay, so Kim C. I was gonna put your name up there, but it won't let me find it again.
Well, lucky Larry girl just did.
Lucky
So
Larry
Kim
girl.
C. Make sure you send me. There you go again. Make sure you send me your information, and I will send this to you. And next week, we will be on Becca's channel, the House of Lenormand, and we will be joined by Red Lentil Healing. So we hope to see you there. Y'all have a good night and goodbye.
Bye.